it's Nastasia. All right, so I don't know how much you know, so I'm just gonna go over basically everything super fast of a super quick mock up of the portfolio project. Um, Bootstrap is fairly easy to use once you know the shortcuts, so I'm just gonna dive in. Uh, in the index HTML, I just type doc, enter, and it autofills the bones of a web page. I like to separate the head and the body just for visual clarity. And anytime you see a white dot appear in VS Code, it means I have not saved the file. So I'm on a Mac, so I do Command S for save. Little white dot goes away. So once we have that, we're going to pop over to Bootstrap and scroll down on the main page and look for this. We need the link and the script. The link, copy, paste into the head, and the script, copy, paste into the body. And it goes at the end of the body, scripts do. So I'm going to put more stuff in here, so I'm just going to make some room. Save, and let's see, let's do an H1 to make sure that we're linked and working before we get too far down the road. So I'm going to say, I'm the home page. Save. And index HTML, right click, open with live server. There it is. All right, cool. We are working. So now that we have that, let's pop over to Bootstrap and find what we want to use. We go to docs, and first thing we need is a nav bar. So let's find a nav, and just let's see, this one has a search bar and all this extra stuff we don't need. This one seems straightforward. So copy, find the body, paste. I know, well, let's save, and there it is. Easy peasy. So I know they want us to have a home page. We don't need the nav bar to announce it's a nav bar, so I'm going to make that home. And then they want us to have a portfolio page and a contact page. We don't need these other ones, so from this LI to that LI, delete, and we don't need the disabled link. So from that LI to that LI, delete, save. Alright, cool. And so in order to get these clickable, we need to link them to themselves, like within my file. So we're going to have an index page. We're going to have actually I'm going to do something a little extra. I'm going to open an integrated terminal, and that's going to populate down here. And I'm going to make a portfolio and a contact file. So touch contact.html and portfolio.html. Enter. And then they pop up right here. I'm just going to close this out. So because this is going to be the same on every page, I'm going to copy all of it and put it in portfolio. I'm going to also put everything in contact as well. And see how I didn't save portfolio. Save that too. So now if we're in portfolio, I'm going to change I'm a home page to I'm the portfolio. Save, and then contact, say I'm the contact page. Save. And so now if we open a live server from contact, we're good. And if we open a live server from portfolio, we're good. All right. In order to get these to link to each other, I'm going to start in index and just go down the line. So these are all in the root. They're not nested inside another folder, so they are fairly easy to grab. The home page is gonna be my index HTML. So I'm gonna find its reference point. Okay, this A tag here is its reference. It has a placeholder # in here now, but if I delete that and do /, it brings up everything I can choose from. So my home page is going to be index.html. My portfolio href is going to be /portfolio, and my contact page is going to be /contact. Save. Now I have to do that on every one of the pages. It's a little annoying. It's going to change later when we start using modules, but for now I'm going to grab the entire navbar, copy, paste it into the contact and the portfolio. Cool. Save, and oops, white dot, didn't save. So now when I go to, let's see, index, so now if I click home, I go to home, click portfolio, click contact page. Sick. Okay, so now let's do a little, they want us to have a bio, so let's just do a little p tag in here, and you can type lorem for lorem ipsum, so lorem return. But if you wanted it a couple times, because they want us to have like 50 words or something, you could type lorem *5, enter, and it puts lorem in there 5 times. So we'll save that, and then there it is on the home page. For the portfolio, they want us to have links to our repo for each of those projects. So in portfolio, I'm going to come down here in the body still and find, I like to use cards. They're super easy to work with. So card, I'm just going to grab the first one because it's here, and it has a button so it can take us to the repo. Copy, paste. And so now that it's pasted, this can be like eye movement. Cool. And we'll save and go to the portfolio. There it is. So this is broken because it's supposed to be an image, and there isn't actually a real image source in here. So let's make one. Let's make a new folder. Call it images. And let's find an image. I like to use place kitten. You can use it, you can use HTML, or for this, just to make it simple, I'm going to make a screenshot of this little cutie. And while that's saving, okay, here it is. I'm going to grab little kitten, drag it to images. There's a little kitten. Go back to portfolio, and same thing as before. Find the image source instead of the href, /images, screenshot, save. There's a kitty. So they want us to use grid. That was one of the things on the rubric that we're going to get graded on. So they want to see us using a grid. So we need eye movement, the bus tracker, and Pac-Man. So let's pop back over to Bootstrap, and we want a grid layout. Grid. And this is perfect. We just want 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3, bang. Copy to clipboard. Go back to the portfolio. Paste. So what we're looking at here is it made this div that closes out here is going to house all 3 of what these cards we just made. So this one's going to be div class row. Yeah. So the entire div, and then this is going to be one row, but with 3 columns. So this card we just made from div to div, we want the whole thing, is going to be copy and paste. And then same thing. Let me get them out of the way of each other so they're easier to see. So this is the first one. This is going to be column 2. This is the second one. This is going to be column 3. This is the third one. They all say eye movement, so let's make this one bus tracker. And let's make this one pack men. Save. There they are, all in a row. This fourth one was the original, which is not inside the div. So you notice they equally spaced themselves for however large the screen is that I'm using. Bootstrap also has a breakpoint, so if the screen gets a certain size, it will just automatically pop them down into the next row. So these are all within one div, column 1, 2, 3. So let's go grab the original. This last one, we don't need it anymore. Save. It's gone. So I also saw you mentioned CSS. While we are using Bootstrap, we can use Bootstrap's coloring system just to make it extra super easy if we wanted to. Customize color. So there's a list of all the colors that just come with it. There's not a lot to choose from. Honestly, there's all these. I don't know how to use all this, so I try to keep it even more simple than that. So green is success, blue is primary, red is danger. So if I come in here and find, let's work with column 3. But instead of button primary, I'm going to say button success. Save. It turns green. And if I wanted red, I'd say button danger. Save. Turns red. I actually don't want any of those. Let's put it back to button primary. Let's say I want all the buttons. So I'm going to grab button here, go to my CSS file, make my own color up. But we have not linked our style sheet to our portfolio yet. We might as well link the style sheet to every page we have, all 3 of these. So let's might as well go into portfolio. In the head, where this link was, we're going to make a new link. Just type link, enter, it autofills it for you. And the href for this style sheet is /style.css, which is over here. And then save. We got to do that on every page. There's portfolio. Here's index, save, and here's contact, paste, save. Okay, so now everything's linked. Go back to portfolio. And so now that my style sheet is linked, I can actually start doing stuff in CSS. So in the portfolio, column 3, well, any of the buttons, this is a class, so we're going to use a dot. We're going to say dot button, background color, pink. Save. There they are. Everything's pink now. Every button on every page would be pink if we had a button on these other pages. If you wanted it to actually link somewhere, because this needs to go to our repo, you would do that with this href here within button. It would be this. So let's say I wanted it to link to just Bootstrap for now. Copy this HTTP, paste it in this href, save. So now when I click go somewhere in column 3, it takes me to Bootstrap. And that's basically it. It's kind of all the, I don't know if there's an extra something I should show you. But yeah, just kind of mess around with all that. All these things are fairly easy to play with. I don't think you really, maybe like colors and backgrounds. I don't know. I use Bootstrap for most of it, a lot of the layout, but for actually styling things, I just like using straight up CSS. So if I wanted all of my all my backgrounds, I guess just all. Oh, can I do that? Maybe body. Ooh, I don't know if that's it. Body. Background color. Salmon. Yeah, it makes the body salmon, but not the nav bar. But that's probably it. Alrighty. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck!